Hi Aries, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading. It's the 15th to the 21st of July 2019. We're doing the weekly check-in for your current self, so this is who you are during the week. And the theme of the week, we're using the Tarot of the 78 Doors, my favourite deck at the moment. I only got this about a week ago, but I'm so in love with it, it's awesome. Key goal for the week, obstacle to overcome and major accomplishment for the week. We're looking at Mystic Monday's Tarot by Grace DeWong. Got this about 5 months ago. Really good sort of minimalist deck. Then what to avoid, what to embrace and where to find support. We're using another new deck. This is bought about 2 months ago. The Neo Tarot by Jericho Mandy Burr. Love this deck, amazing. And for your spiritual advice and guidance, we have the Answer is Simple Oracle deck by Sonia Choquette. Alright, after this reading we have the 15 card reading looking at 5 cards for any additional energies coming in, 5 cards for love and 5 cards for money and finance, okay, for the week. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to shuffle the cards now and we're going to speed up the video because one thing I did realise that I spent a lot of time shuffling and laying cards, so I just want to speed that up and get it out of the way. Alright. Right, Aries, you are showing as being, oh wow, and it's funny, you had a feeling that that card would come out. You're showing as being the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, and it's interesting that this is depiction of this Two of Swords shows a baby outside and a nun opening the door to this kind of new life. And you know, the Two of Swords has many kind of, as with all of the cards, they have many explanations. One of the explanations is a decision, and it might be on this card that she has a decision to make. Is she going to go? And I should imagine that it's not too much hardship for her to make a decision. She is a nun after all, and if a nun is going to find a baby outside the door, she's going to take it in. So I don't think that this is representative of a decision. You know, she has a decision to make. The decision is, does she go outside? Does she leave it? She won't leave the baby outside. She's a nun, for goodness sake. So to me, this is about opening your doors to something new. And when we look at the card, the Two of Swords, in that way, we cannot actually talk about the one explanation for the Two of Swords about keeping your options out or keeping your mind open. An open mind is the Two of Swords. When the swords are going like this, both swords are kind of between the two swords, there's a gap. And that gap is really indicative of keeping an open mind. So I think that you guys are actually keeping an open mind this week, Aries, in terms of a situation. What is the theme for the week? Well, the Knight of Swords. Could be a person. Maybe you're keeping an open mind concerning a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords also represents ambition, motivation, drive, forcefulness. Now, you'll notice on this particular card, this Knight of Swords is trying to force a door in, okay, and he's not going to stop because the Knight of Swords is extraordinarily determined. So I feel that this week, guys, you are keeping your options open. You're keeping an open mind. This is you. You've got an open mind, and the theme for the week is all about forcing an obstacle, or it's about bringing an obstacle down because you're forcing the door. This is about being forceful. So the theme of the week is probably about something to do with maybe career. It could be with the Knight of Swords energy. I mean, swords don't usually mean career. They're usually, you know, ideas and struggles and communication. And the Knight of Swords, knights usually represent changes, sudden change. And it might be that the theme of the week as well is all about a sudden change. And this is you guys saying, well, there is a sudden, and I think I want to read it like that actually, to say that, you know, theme of the week is about a sudden change occurring. Because with the knights, they represent timing. So how fast something happens. So if you get a Knight of Wands in timing, that event is probably going to happen within the next few hours. Or within a day or two at the least. Because the Knight of Wands is real fast, so it's going to happen just like within the next few hours. If you get the Knight of Swords, this could be something that happens within the next kind of few minutes. Both Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, they're really fast cards. So they indicate events happening in a really fast way, and this could be like something completely unexpected, something that you just didn't imagine was happening, but there's a sudden change happening here, and this is all about you guys keeping an open mind concerning that. Things like Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, they're slower energies. So with the Knight of Cups, things can literally take days, and the Knight and weeks, and the Knight of Pentacles can even be months. Let's have a look at what your key goals are for the week. So your key goal is the Six of Coins energy. Six of Coins deals with the themes of distribution, but you know, on this particular version of the Six of Coins, on the Mystic Mondays, I really like this because this represents balance to me. She's balancing all of these things, these coins in the air. So I feel that the key goal for you guys, Aries, is just to get some balance, because that's what sixes represent anyway within the tarot: harmony and balance. And your key goal is to achieve balance and harmony, but I feel that in order to do that, it might be that you have to keep your mind open here, because there is a sudden change or something unexpected has arrived, because Knight of Swords also deals with the theme of arrivals. All the Knights do, but this is like something that just arrives out of the blue. What is it that you need to, what is the obstacle that you need to overcome? Oh, that showed up for another. I think that in this case, the obstacle you need to overcome being the Star. The obstacle, you know, the Star can mean several things. It can mean things spread. The Star can also mean things are out of reach. The Star can also mean high expectations. The obstacle that you need to overcome is that this is something with this Star energy that you have no experience of. This is something, I think, Aries, that is, you feel, for some of you guys, that is completely out of your league. This might be something that is very far away from where you live, because stars can also mean kind of long distance, for example. Things are far, far, far away, like another galaxy. So the obstacle might be that this thing, this sudden change, this arrival of an opportunity perhaps with the Knight of Swords energy, in which you have to keep an open mind during the week. Aries, it could be indicating that you need to overcome the Star, which is, you know, there's several things. You might need to overcome the notion that this thing is very far away. You might need to overcome the obstacle that right now it doesn't feel like it's something that you are designed to have, or something that's within, like literally within, even though there's a chance and there's an unexpected change showing here, and you're keeping your mind open on it, it might still be a case of, well, you know, this thing's come in and I'm going to keep my mind open about it because I'm not sure about what I'm going to do, but I'm kind of considering all my options maybe with this Two of Swords energy. What I need to overcome is that this thing, I feel, for me, and I think it's probably for some of you Aries on a very sort of personal level, you do feel that this is completely out of reach. Some of you, the Star also means exposure as well, and vulnerability as well. So some of you guys, the obstacle you might need to overcome, that if you were to go for whatever this thing is, maybe for some of you guys it's going to make you more vulnerable than you already are. Maybe it's going to expose a side of yourself that you've never exposed before, and maybe there is a fear here that you're going to become quite vulnerable to others. People are going to see you exactly for what you are, or people are going to see who you are. You're going to be exposing more than you want to expose, perhaps, with that Star energy being the obstacle that you need to overcome. And I think that if that's the case with that card, Aries, you need to kind of be okay with that. What is the accomplishment for the week for some of you guys? Oh, right. So a Knight of Swords, you got the same card. This is why I use the different decks, because I like to see what doubles up. Same card showed up in your accomplishment, but it's reversed. You're accomplishing the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So when I read the Knight of Swords in the reverse, he's kind of slower than the Knight of Swords in the upright. And the thing with the Knight of Swords as a character is that he likes to rush in. That's the thing with the Knight of Swords. And he doesn't, both Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands, they'll take a glimpse at what they want, and then they'll say, yeah, that looks good, I'm just going to go for it. Because they thrive of energy. You know, the Knight of Wands thrives of passion. So when he sees something he wants, he goes for it because he's very, you know, it's stirring something within him. The Knight of Swords thrives again of passion and desire. He's the counterpart of the Knight of Wands. They're literally brothers. They're very similar. Knight of Cups and Knight of Pentacles are very similar people as well. But in the reverse, the Knight of Swords tends to be a little bit more savvy. And I feel that he tends to think about things a little bit more rather than his upright version showing here. But this isn't about not thinking. This is about an external situation. There's a sudden change, I think, for some of you guys that's arriving. And you are keeping your mind open to this. And what you could be accomplishing by the end of the week is the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Perhaps for some of you guys, what you're accomplishing is that you've got a little bit more time to think about it. You're able to slow the situation down, perhaps, with that Knight of Swords in the reverse. Because this is the one that rushes in, sudden change, unexpected stuff. And it's like, whoa, where did that come from? Well, I better keep my mind open to this. But you might be accomplishing the Knight of Swords energy, being able to kind of... Because this is just this sudden change card, and unexpected stuff flipped on its head. It's just reversed. But we can't reverse the wording of sudden change and unexpected stuff with the Knight of Swords. So I'm just going to go to the place where I say that what you're achieving with the Knight of Swords energy. And I'm probably going to clarify that card anyway. But I think that what you're achieving is being able to slow down the process. Because I think that something is happening quite quickly here. And it's almost like on a turn of a dime. You have to kind of say, okay, am I in it or not in it, sort of thing. Let's just clarify what it means by the Knight of Swords reverse is what you're accomplishing. And we're going to use the Small Handsome Roberts deck for this. Okay, so Universe Spirit, can you just show me what do you mean that Aries are accomplishing by the end of week? Knight of Swords reverse in 2 cards. Well, staving off, because you've got the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is kind of like saying no. You see all these people here that are demanding something off this person here, but this is where you're saying no, staving off. King of Wands energy, and that's you. Time to think. Okay, it's giving you time. So this is what I was saying. I felt with that Knight of Wands energy, you're able to slow the process down. And it's clarifying because, yeah, you've got people who are demanding something off you, but you're able, with because you're the Seven of Wands here, so you're able to stave all these wands off. And the King of Wands Aries is your energy with time, and, you know, buy yourself more time to think about this situation showing here. Let's have a look at what you need to avoid. The Devil. So I feel that you need to avoid kind of being coerced into this, or being dangled like a puppet on a string. So being manipulated. Because you're not the devil, you're one of these. So I feel what you need to avoid is being manipulated by someone who wants you to do something. Because with this sudden arrival of this opportunity, suddenly, out of the blue, and there you are, you guys in the week being the Two of Swords, where you're keeping an open mind on this sudden change, this new opportunity. Your goal is to, Six of Coins energy, probably make a balanced decision that benefits you and everyone else. But the obstacle that you need to overcome is that this thing is really so far off from what you're used to with the star energy. Just like, I don't know whether I can kind of comprehend that. So what you accomplish by the end of the week is that you can slow the process down, I think, with this Knight of Swords reverse, by staving off this Knight of Swords and the people that are behind this Knight of Swords, their demands. So it gives you enough time with the King of Wands to literally think about what you're doing. But you need to avoid being coerced or being manipulated, okay, or being puppeteered by this devil. The devil is the person that wants you to go for this opportunity here. But you need to avoid being manipulated by this individual to do something that you're just not ready to do, Aries. What do you need to embrace? Yeah, Seven of Cups. That you have lots of choices. There are lots of choices here that you can make, and you need to embrace that this isn't... See, the thing is, what's coming across, and I think what it is, Aries, is because that card showed up. What immediately came to me when that card showed up is that there was fear. A real fear. And because you're showing us the Two of Swords, you're keeping an open mind, there's a sudden change, a sudden opportunity, something unexpected that comes in. It's kind of like, oh, this looks really good. And, you know, my key goal is to make a balanced and fair decision, Six of Coins. But my obstacle that I need to overcome is that, you know, this thing is kind of like really up there, and it's, what if it exposes me? What if I'm not ready to be exposed or to really show parts of myself that I've never shown? What if this thing is out of my league? The star energy, it's kind of way up there. But you're accomplishing the chance to kind of, Knight of Swords in reverse, to just slow the process down, staving these people off until you contemplate and really think about what you're doing. And this is, I think what I'm trying to say here is that this is all really centered in on the one thing. So you're consumed by the one thing here, and the universe is saying you need to embrace, actually, you don't have to do this thing, because what you're doing is you're saying in a way to yourself, Aries, shit, I've got to do this because it's my only chance. It's my only chance. You know, it's, and that's why it's saying avoid being manipulated as well by whoever it is that's kind of suddenly coming in and making you this kind of gesture offer, Aries, because it's not your only chance. All right, because you need to embrace the Seven of Cups, which is telling you you have many choices and many options around you. And I'm really not surprised that card showed up at all. I had a feeling it would. But you just need to embrace that there are other options and choices out there. This isn't the only opportunity that you'll come across. There are lots of other opportunities that you will come across. So just embrace that and know that. Because I think that once you embrace and know that, Aries, it's going to take some of the pressure off. And if you need support, who can you go to? The Tower. The person who's causing the shift. Finger of God. Finger of God on the... I mean, you could go to court to God about it. You could, because, you know, this is a very much a cosmic influence as well. The finger of God is causing the shift. So it might be saying here that if you need support, pray, because it might be God who is causing this shift. But it might be that the God is causing the shift because he's trying to open you up, not necessarily to this situation here, but God might be saying to you, Aries, well, actually, you've become too settled in what you're doing right now. Things have become very normal. Things have become very samey. Things have become very kind of traditional and very kind of, and, you know, in a way, I think that this is only source. This came up for another of the signs, and I said it was somebody who had caused the issue, but this isn't it. This is definitely God or source or whatever, you know, higher power you want to talk about. But it's the higher power with the finger of God that's caused the shift. That's causing the kind of the shift and the chaos. That's you falling down there. And this is everything around you starting to tumble. This is the breaking down of a structure. And some of you guys have got yourself into, I think there's, you know, there's various components to this reading. Number one, when I look behind the whole scene of the reading, it would suggest to me, Aries, that some of you guys have been in a situation that you've become far too comfortable in. That's number one. And I think that there is a yearning to come out of that comfort zone, because I believe personally that crises only happen and shifts only happen, and God really creates these shifts with the finger of God on this particular card here. So the shift is created by source, by God, whether we say it vocally or whether we feel it when we go to bed, or whether we close our eyes and we're like, oh man, oh, finished work for another day, oh God, same old job. You know, it's when God can detect, and when universe detects within us that we want to change, whether you say openly or not, that's when this starts to happen. The finger of God, the shift. Because God knows that you want change. Source knows that you want change. So you've really kind of called this in yourself. Okay? And that's why this shift is happening here. But the universe is saying, look, and it is true. It is true. It is true that what happens is that sometimes you'll get this massive breakthrough, Aries, and it will feel like, oh wow, this is what I've been wanting for so long. But even that breakthrough isn't the right thing at that time. And this is what the reading might be saying, that you want that breakthrough. So you guys have really wanted that breakthrough. You've been in a situation that's been very staid and very kind of, you know, samey, and there's no kind of change or movement, or, you know, you're not experiencing anything, and you're not growing as well. The Tower is there because we have to grow. So when things break down and when situations change, sudden change with the Tower as well, just like that Knight of Wands, Swords energy there, When sudden changes come in that really throw us off, it's so the universe can prepare us for a change, because the universe knows that we need a change. And I think what's happening here is it's saying, look, you guys are Aries, you're keeping your mind open to a sudden opportunity arriving, Knight of Swords energy. Your goal is to make a very fair and balanced decision with the Six of Coins energy, something that benefits you but everybody else as well. But your obstacle that you need to overcome is that some of you guys might not feel that you're good enough for it. You might feel that this thing, oh wow, this is too big for me, the star, this is too much out of reach. What if it exposes me in some way, shape or form for whatever the case might be, star. But the universe is saying, well, the accomplishment is that you slow the situation down, Knight of Swords, because you're staving off the advances of the Devil stroke Knight of Swords energy showing here, because it's going to give you room to contemplate the matter. Okay? Do not be manipulated into taking something that you're not ready for, Aries, because you need to embrace that there are other options. And there really are. They're all around you. There are other options that you can look at. Okay? But if you need support, go to God, because He's caused the... Go to Source, go Universe, go Angels, go God, because they've caused the shift. Because you asked for it at some point. Whether it's in a sigh that you made, like, ugh, or whether it's in you literally speaking to the universe and saying, please, Lord, I need change. Whatever it is you did, they reacted to it. So if you need support, go to the source. Go to the cause. Okay? Go to the cause of it, because it will be the hand of God. Right? Can you see how he's like, you must now go. You must now break free of this structure, Aries, that you've been living for too long. And I actually feel this is your card, isn't it? Aries Tower. Tower rules Aries. I think it's ruled by Mars, isn't it? The planet of kind of war and destruction is the Tower. This rules Scorpio and Aries, I think. So this is definitely your ruling. You know, Mars is one of your ruling planets. You know, so you're definitely in sync right now. If you need support, go to the person that caused this, and it will be God. It will be Source, it will be the universe, and just pray and meditate and say, universe, what should I do? What should I do? I don't feel ready, but yet I want to go. The universe will give you your answer quick enough. What is the advice? Spiritual advice. Reclaim your art. Let's have a quick look at that card, actually. Reclaim your art. It's number 7. I really like that card, actually. I wish I had the meanings on the front, then we wouldn't have to keep going to the book. Right, every spirit is an artist, and without art it has no way to express itself. Let your creative spirit speak. Write a poem, paint a picture, get out the watercolours and make a card. Take a beautiful photo, play music, create a gourmet meal or plant a seed. Okay, if you're comfortable in one art form, try another. Okay, so I just feel that kind of speaks for itself. If you're comfortable doing one thing, then just try something else. But I feel that if you're not comfortable making, because this is a leap of faith, just judging by the obstacle that you need to overcome being the star, the exposure that it might give some of you guys, for example, maybe this is something that you get that's going to push you into the stratosphere, and it's literally going to put you in front of an audience or people, and you're like, oh fuck, I don't know whether I'm ready for that. Am I ready for it? Oh my God. What if I'm not good? What if I'm not good enough? Blah, blah, blah. But the universe is saying, if you're not, don't beat yourself up about it, because some of you guys, this might be a once in a lifetime chance for some of you Aries, okay? And some of you guys are thinking, oh, I don't know whether I can do this. But you're beating yourself up, and you're kind of continuously kind of questioning yourself, because you're thinking, oh my God, this is an amazing opportunity. If I turn it down, maybe, just maybe, nothing else will come along. But the universe is saying, no, embrace it. There are lots of other options. There are lots of other options. This will not be the only one. There'll be others that come along. If you're really not ready to do something, then don't do it. All right? It's not like the Knight of Swords is in the upright where you're going for it. It's in the reverse. And I feel that, you know, the week you are accomplishing a little bit of a respite on this. You're able to slow down the process, probably because you're just not ready and you need to contemplate what you're doing. All right, we're going to do your 15 card reading now, finally, with the, I'll show you which cards we're going to do that with. Okay, guys, for your 15 card final reading, where we look at 5 cards for any additional energies coming in, 5 cards for love, 5 cards for work, stroke, finance, we go to the Druid Craft Tarot deck by Philip and Stephanie Cargam. Love that deck. Angel Answers or the Angels of Abundance for Spiritual Advice by Doreen and Grant Virtue, or Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Okay, here we go. Let's get the other reading up, and I'm going to fast forward this now as well, so we're going to just kind of speed up the shuffle. Okay, Aries, so other general energies we're seeing coming in, the wheel. So there's a change, a cycle, but you remember, when there's a cycle ending with the Wheel of Fortune, it's only temporary. So there's a temporary change. I call this the temporary change card. There's a temporary change card happening here with the Wheel of Fortune energy. Nine of Wands. So Nine of Wands is very close, completion, Nine of Wands energy. If you look here, this always reminds me of the Eight of Wands, this version of this card, because he's got one wand here and he's got other ones ready to launch. I feel that there's a temporary change, a cycle that is coming to an end, new cycles beginning, but it's all temporary with that Wheel of Fortune. Something is being launched here with the Nine of Wands energy. But the Nine of Wands is also whereby you're standing by your post, perseverance, but you're very near the end of a trial, a difficult situation. I do feel that there is a temporary change coming in here, and I'm seeing the ending off, or you're coming very close to the ending of a very exasperating and exhausting situation with the Nine of Wands energy showing here. Six of Coins energy, you might be receiving some money. So it might be some of you guys have been holding out and waiting with that Nine of Wands energy to receive some money here. Wheel of Fortune, this is a positive change. Finally completing or nearing completion, receiving money, Six of Coins energy showing up here. But you've got the Three of Swords, which talks about some deep hurt or disappointment with the Three of Swords energy showing up here. I'm seeing disappointment in work, though. I'm seeing some disappointment in work, or arguments, or, you know, some form of tribulation in the workplace. Because you've got the Three of Swords, which is a deep hurt, deep wounds, feeling upset, arguments. Three of Swords. Often arguments are with more than one, you know, about 3 people or so. And this is in the work situation with the Eight of Coins. So even though I'm seeing a positive change, it looks like you're finally getting close with that Nine of Wands energy. You're nearly there. You've been enduring some difficulty, but it's nearly coming to a close with the Nine of Wands energy, and it looks to me like you're receiving, this could be a check, or might be some of you guys have been waiting a long time to receive some money, and it's finally coming through. But I am seeing problems and arguments for some of you guys with the Three of Swords energy showing here. It looks to be within the work situation, Eight of Coins, within a job. This can also be redundancies as well, and, you know, being let go from a job, or maybe you kind of walking out on the job, that type of thing. What is going on for love? Okay, so it could be new romance. Heart is open with the Ace of Cups, a new romance, abundance. Oh, wow, an Emperor. So this is you, though. You're Aries. If it's not you, then I'm seeing a new romance with an Aries. So for you, Aries, there's a new romance. Or there's a new romance with an older individual. Older male, perhaps. If you're a man, this will be you. I'm seeing new love, new romance. You, Aries, the Emperor. Or there's a new romance with an older, assertive, authoritative individual showing here. Could be in 40s upwards. Oh, wow. Settling down. The Emperor and the Four of Wands is a nice energy together, because this talks about somebody who wants to settle down. They very much want to be in a long-term relationship, possibly marriage. We don't have a Justice card sitting here to say that there's a marriage going on. For me, I always need a Justice card in the mix to show marriage or something really serious happening here. Okay, strength. So strength is overcoming of personal issues. Okay. Strength is also feeling, having a very strong relationship. So here we've got strength, and then we've got this really, oh, I wish I had a little cuddly toy looking like this, so cute. And then we've got kind of this cuddly toy. Why am I calling it cuddly toy? I want one as a cuddly toy. It's kind of like a warthog, but she's able to subdue and control this individual here. Let's have a look. The Hermit. the Hermit looking in at this. So Hermit is all about withdrawal. Strength is about a strong committed relationship, and I've got the Four of Wands and the Lord here. These cards outweigh this one here. These are really positive cards when it comes to love. You've got the opening up of the heart with the Ace of Cups energy, and a man who wants to kind of settle down and have a secure relationship. One that is committed with strength energy. I think someone is not a part of this. I mean, it could definitely be you, because you show us the Emperor here. It might be saying in love that you guys want to be a part of a really strong relationship in these first four cards. Because you've got the opening up of the heart. Somebody is very receptive. It will be the Emperor, possibly you or somebody else. But this is Aries, so this is possibly you. You guys are very receptive to a relationship, one in which with the Four of Wands energy, you can start to build a secure and stable relationship with this individual, one in which there's a great deal of commitment with the strength energy. Yeah, you might have your ups and downs with this person, but you're learning how to compromise and accept each other and trust, because strength means trust as well. The warthog has to trust the woman, and the woman has to trust the warthog, especially she's got to trust him, because he's going to eat her, basically. Look at him, he's so cute. But look, if he gets her, he'll kill her, basically, because he's the stronger of the two. So there has to be an element of trust. So these are four really good cards for relationship reading. Beautiful cards. But that Hermit stands outside. And Hermits reevaluate. And Hermits think about things. And you can see how far away that Hermit is from this energy here. I'm going to say two things. I think either this week for love, that some of you guys really want to have a strong, stable, committed relationship with someone, but the person that you want to have that relationship with, Aries, may not be exactly ready with the Hermit. They're a bit of a lone ranger, and they're looking at the situation from a bit of an epistemic distance. The other thing to say is maybe somebody is coming into your life, the Hermit energy. Because Hermits can also be people who have been on their own for a long time. It is a number 9, so loneliness probably coming to completion. We do have an Ace of Cups sitting in the reading as well. So usually if you get the Hermit and the Ace of Cups sitting in a reading, it can be that loneliness is coming to an end, new beginnings, new romance opening up. Sometimes if you get the Hermit with the Death energy, your loneliness is going to be a thing of the past. So this Hermit, there might also be somebody coming in who's looking for a relationship here, and they're looking for a really stable person, showing here one in which that they can jive with and they can, you know, build a strong, committed relationship with. So I think it's either that you want a really strong relationship with someone, but somebody's a little bit reticent. This is somebody who kind of is a little bit isolated, or there's somebody who's looking for this type of relationship perhaps with you. Let's have a look finally at your career, money. Okay, we've got the Three of Cups, which is a celebration card. Oh, nice. Some of you guys might be celebrating a new job coming in. Ace of Pentacles is a new job, and the Three of Cups can be celebrating. So some of you guys might be celebrating getting a new job. Let's have a look. Oh, Knight of Wands energy. So the Knight of Wands energy, this could be abroad, or this could be, because the Knight of Wands is abroad, this is something that's fast, this is something that is relating to travel as well. So celebrating a new job, maybe this involves some form of travel with the Knight of Wands energy showing here. Yeah, there's an opportunity. Look, you've got all these travel cards and new opportunity cards. I think they're celebrating a new job. Some of you guys, it looks like it's abroad, or it looks like it could be at a distance from where you are now. New opportunities with the Fool energy. Some of you guys taking a risk concerning this with the Fool energy. However, you've got the Two of Swords, which is interesting. I feel that you're in two minds. You celebrate. So what I'm seeing here, Aries, for work is you're celebrating a new job. Celebrating Three of Cups, new job, Ace of Coins. But I feel that this job will be at quite a distance with that Knight of Wands energy. The opportunity, you have an opportunity to travel as well. The Fool is going into the Knight of Wands. So there's celebrating new job, there's an opportunity to travel, but I do get the impression that because there's an opportunity to move away from where you are right now, to travel somewhere far, I think some of you guys might be in two minds about this. You might be uncertain, because this new job is going to take you out of a place that you've been in for a long time. It's going to take you away from, you know, where you've grown up, or where you've lived, or, you know, the place that you work. Maybe there, you know, you've got lots of family and friends. But I think that where this new job is placed, is going to be at quite a distance with that Knight of Wands energy showing here. And this is a completely new experience. This is with the Fool energy, you taking a risk on this kind of travel, on this new opportunity, and you might be in two minds as to whether you're going to do it or not. You're like, oh, I don't know whether I want to do it or not because, you know, family, friends, that type of thing. And yeah, let's have a quick look at what your spiritual advice is for the week. Universe, Spirit, what is the spiritual advice for Aries for the week? What spiritual advice do you have for Aries for the week in one card, please? Helpful people. Okay, so what do you mean by helpful people? I think there are helpful people. If you need help, you can get it. You can get support if you need it. What do you mean by helpful people? Okay, unlikely. Okay. That's interesting. I think what it's actually saying is helpful people are unlikely. You need to communicate clearly, Aries, and choose a new direction. Whatever that means for you, it means for you. But when it comes out with a card like this, helpful people, it's not saying there are helpful people. So I've got to kind of get clarity and say, well, what do you mean by helpful people? So it's actually saying, well, no, helpful people are probably unlikely around you this week. You need to communicate clearly and choose a new direction. All right, that is your reading, guys, for the week. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.